Welcome to Black Renaissance Podcast, the most wise Fleavelli. We are here with, in my personal opinion, I would say, one of like the elders. I wasn't gonna say legend, but then you know what I'm saying, I think that's like a little bit like over the top. But we have the well, matter of fact, it's better than there we go. I did have it correct. Sorry about that. Okay. The legendary SHA Pops. There we go. You know what I'm saying? Like, SHA is a legend, and his Pops is just the person who made the legend. You feel me?
That's a fact.
There we go. All right. So you know what I'm saying? If y'all not familiar, Bronx drill culture and stuff like that, SHA is one of the original Bronx drill rappers coming from DOA, coming out the Bronx. I believe like the early like 2020s and stuff like that. He was rapping with K Flock, Dougie B, Seti B, just a bunch of names, like see a whole bunch of names that I like, you know what I'm saying? It would take me like another 5-6 minutes just to like, kind of run down that list. He practically, lived more of a life than most rappers. He got like a lot of views. He got like a lot of clout or whatever the case may be. And unfortunately, maybe that clout and that rapid success may have played a part in his untimely demise and stuff like that. And we will get into that as well. But just to start, introduce yourself.
CHII Pops, man, from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Migrated to the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? From there, got out the street thing, moved down south, 360 life, married with kids and all that type of shit now. Living in Atlanta now. I just moved from North Carolina to Atlanta, so you know what I'm saying? That's basically it with me.
Wow, I see. So you kind of already answered the first question for me already. You feel me? Because I was gonna ask like, what was you born in the Bronx? You know what I'm saying? But you come from Harlem.
Yeah, born and raised in Harlem, man. Born in Harlem Hospital. From there, St. Nick Project. Then moved uptown to Polo Grounds. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, migrated to the Bronx as I got older.
So you probably familiar with the dude who started Don Diva. I forget.
Yeah, that's my family. Yeah,
Oh,
Tues. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's my
Small world.
family. Yeah.
So you related to Paper Over and all them too?
Paper Over, that's my cousin. Yeah.
Oh wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Good to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate, what Don Diva did. And to be honest, Don Diva is somewhat of an inspiration to what I'm trying to do, right? Kind of instead of using that magazine format, I'm kind of like using like the YouTube format to try and document the streets, but in a more positive light. So that mainstream America could understand, like it's not all like just guns and violence and this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be.
That's a fact.
But yeah. So you was raised in Harlem and stuff like that. So at like what age did you kind of like migrate to the Bronx?
When I started getting mobile and stuff on my own, I went to DFY. I went to DFY at 13. When I came from DFY, my aunt was living in River Park Towers, so I was sent to stay with my father. Wasn't jacking that shit, so you know how that go. I went, dipped off, and ran to my aunt's house, and she lived in River Park Towers. So about 14, I was there. 14, 15, I was back and forth from Harlem to River Park Towers.
All right, so like some of us, we don't know like all these little lingos and stuff. What's DFY?
DFY, juvenile facility. You know, so that's a upstate juvenile facility. You know what I'm saying? When you commit a crime as a juvenile, back in the days, you go to Sparfit. From Sparfit, you go up to DFY, Tryon, Hudson Valley, different facilities for juveniles.
See, I remember Spofford, like, and then now like they got like Horizons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm familiar with that over there by like 149. So DFY was more like the prison aspect of it. They like sent you.
Yeah, that was that was upstate Tryon. You know what I'm saying? That was the juvenile facility upstate. And what I was gonna say to you, fucking Sparford. Remember that was on Hutch Point. That was Sparford Avenue in the Bronx. When they closed Sparford Ave, they opened up Horizon. You know, I never been to Horizon. I was too old for Horizon, but yeah, Sparford. Then you go to DFY, like I said, Tryon. That was what's that, Hudson Valley. All that upstate there. The little juvenile facility my son was in. You know, they got non-secure and secure, so different things.
So, wow, Jesus Christ. So at an early age, you was in DFY, you was upstate, like in and like basically incarcerated, and like kind of like your son kind of like followed in that same footstep that like because like all right, before I even let you answer that, let me like preface it with this, right? My father, right, he spent like 13, 14 years in prison. um while he was in jail, I got arrested my first time at 8 years old, selling batteries out of Rite Aid on Burnside Avenue in Walton. Cops drove me down Walton Avenue, cuffed everybody looking at me, whatever the case may be. It was like, and it kind of set me down a different path or whatever the case may be. Do you feel like in some ways that maybe since you was like incarcerated at a young age, maybe like little CHI like was like, yo, I want to kind of be like my pops. Like me personally, when I was younger, my pops was like locked up. I'm like, yo, I want niggas to know, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm Lil David type shit. You feel me?
I can say, yeah, play a part in it. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop that generational curse. It's a generational curse. That's where it becomes at. And normally that's the statistics. You know what I'm saying? Your grandfather, your father, somebody got to stop it. So I believe it play a part in it. You running the streets, you doing certain things, and he might look up to that, or he might want that or want better. But you play a part in it. However he looks at it, you play a part in it. You do.
Mm. Nah. I respect that. I respect that. So boom. So fast forward. You know what I'm saying? You do that. Whatever the case may be. You come out. You after you came out of DFY and stuff like that. You say you kind of moved to the Bronx, correct?
Yes.
All right, cool. So what you say you was in RPT around that time, right?
Yeah, I was an RPT then.
And after RPT, where you went to?
From RPT, moved down south. I went south.
Oh, all
You know
right.
what I'm
So,
saying?
oh, so you've been down there for a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. I've been down here for a little about 10 years. I've been married for 10 years, down south for 10 years. Hell yeah.
Mm. So so
Hmm.
so you feel like that out of town living is kind of better than the city living? Is there anything that you miss about it, or?
I mean, I miss our city. Period. You know what I'm saying? You being from New York, you're gonna miss the city. I don't miss. I don't miss getting into trouble. I don't miss missing Christmas. I don't miss watching everybody keep dying. People die everywhere, but we dying up there at an enormous rate. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't miss watching these young boys kill each other. There's a lot of things I don't miss. So when you start weighing your options, pros and cons, you figure out where was I doing better at? Where have I became a man at more? Because running through the city, you could do the same thing you're doing out of town in the city. You just gotta have the willpower to do it. Some people gotta be able to get away from certain people, places, and things to change themselves. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want change, but they don't want to change themselves. So I figure me leaving New York City, changing myself, I'll get a change of things. And that's what I did.
Nah. That's a fact. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like that's definitely, you know what I'm saying? Definitely some
Yeah.
gems right there. So what was shot CHI like? And is it SHA or is it CHI?
It's CHI. CHI
I see.
Watts.
Oh, I like that. CHI. That's lit. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So at
Yeah,
first I
we'll
used to think
do
it was
it.
SHA, you know what I'm saying? But then like,
Yeah.
everybody like CHI. So what was CHI like as a child? Like him growing up.
Daredevil. He stayed with me. He stayed with me from he I went and got him. What age was he? We went and got him, I think it was like probably like about, I want to say like 12, 13. No, probably a little bit younger than that. We got him because he did junior high down here with me, and then he started his high school, which was early college down here with me. You know what I'm saying? He was only in New York City tops 4 years now. You know what I'm saying, when this happened to him. But growing up, he was a daredevil. You know what I'm saying? On that picture there, you won't see it, but he has a mark right above his eye, like mine's. That little cut in his gash in his eye right there. You would think he cut his eyebrows. He didn't. Then it's somewhere around his lip right there, where he rode. He liked the Willie bicycles up the steps instead of down. If you was gonna do something crazy, you would go down. This fool here, he willies up. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he was a daredevil, man. Going in the back of River Park Towers, and he has a brother, so he'll go back there and he want to impress his brother. He want to fight the biggest dude on the court. Go back there, picks a fight with the dude. Dude blacks his eye. He goes get a stick, bust the kid upside the head. It was just so the boy had unlimited heart from a little guy. You know what I'm saying?
Respect,
So
respect.
overall, he was a good dude, man. You know what I'm saying? We all got our flaws in life, but overall, he was a good dude. Real good, cool dude.
Yeah, so you guys like kind of spoke to the image a little bit, like, oh, you can't really see the image. I tried to pick like like the best, like not like,
Nah,
what I'm
that
saying,
joint
like
dope.
you
Nah,
you know.
you to be honest to you, it's a clear image. It's a real clear image. I got the actual picture, so it's a real clear image.
Mm.
Yeah.
So y'all was raised in RPT, or like, so you said he was up here for only 4 years, like, so most of his life was down south, and he literally was in New York for 4 years, and all this stuff transpired
No,
within that 4 years.
no. He was in New York. We was in New York our whole life. You know what I'm saying? His whole life. When I moved down south, a year after I moved down south, I came back up and got him. When I came back up and got him, he stayed with me up until he was about, I want to say 15, 14, 15. You know what I'm saying? Then, how can I say it? I'm trying to word it right. The idea was to get him back on track for his mother and get him on track. I was intending to keep his last forever down here. But when mama say this and that, certain things you gotta move on. So I'm like, all right, I mean, Gator boy the Tues, he good. So I let him go back up there. Plus he was missing the city, his mom's, you know how that go. So I let him go up there, and after getting up there, that's when he transpired into the gang thing and all that. You know, it was in him already. It's certain things you just gotta be real with yourself. It was already in him, but you try to stop it. So, that's when it transpired. When he got back to the city, he started shaking and baking.
So what year would you say like that be, like the year he started shaking and baking? Like what year you seen that change in him?
Like 18, that was like 18,
Like
17, 18.
2018?
Yeah, 2017, 2018. That's when you started seeing things like he was back up there. You realize like, all right, now you can't chastise him as his father now you have to be a daddy and talk to him now you can't say you'll scare him off. And that was my biggest thing. My
Facts.
biggest thing was to be on his back, and then he started looking at me like, damn, this nigga on my back again. I wanted him to be able to look like, all right, Pops told me this. Let me just check this shit, see what it is. If it's that, then I'll fuck with it. If it ain't that, then, make him think a little bit better. Because as kids, we think everything our parents say is they on our back. You know what I'm saying? Our friend or somebody in the street could tell us the same exact thing. They gonna say, word, word, you right, you right. But when dad or mama tell them, it's like, damn, man, on my back again. It's just the way it is. That's just the rules of life. Mama did it to me. I felt the same way. You know what
And
I'm
then
saying?
like on the other end, usually you find out that your parents was correct, like at least, in my instance, me like growing up and stuff like that, my parents would say, yo, watch out for this friend, he come over here, he say these things and that, what I mean, you should just look out, like, ma, you don't know that's the homie, you always make sure I'm good, second, third. And then we end up, well, that particular person, and this is all public information, he ends up in the interrogation room, and he snitches on my other friend, give my other friend 75 years. You know what I'm saying? Like he ends up,
Yeah.
just being that person. My mom said, just like he's
Yeah.
all out for himself, and
You know what's crazy? The crazy thing is that we got chances and we took heed. You know what I'm saying? See, our kids, they generation, the generation right under us, because that's where it went bad at. It went bad right after our generation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 40, you 30, so we still in that same generation, damn it. So that generation right up under us is where it started going bad. But you, like you said, you got to remember they don't get a second chance. A lot of these kids not getting a second chance. We got second chances. We was able to mess up, maybe mess up again, and mess up again and then get it right. You know what I'm saying? We know people that's been locked up 3, 4, 5 times before they got it right, if they got it right. You know what I'm saying? We know people that's been locked up 10 times still going in and out of jail right now. Like you said, you got bagged up one time and it was a done deal. So, you know what I mean? It's different strokes for different folks, but it is weird. It's weird. It's weird, man. It's weird. But you're right though. They don't. The whole point is they don't get a second chance. My son didn't get a second chance, and if he did, I didn't know about the first one. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta. That's how I look at it. Like these kids now, they killing them. You know what I'm saying? You say smoking my dad, you dead. You know what I'm saying? You smoking my man leg that you shot, you dead. This is the weirdo shit I've been hearing. You know what
nah,
I'm saying?
that's a fact. I mean, on the back burner, I'm like trying to squash certain little OY beefs over here and there, and you know what I'm saying, because they smoking this person dead and this person, you know what I'm saying. Like I'm
Yeah,
always trying to at least be be the communication. You know what I'm saying? Because what this generation, in my personal opinion, like, and I had this conversation at Barbershop 180th in Katona. I'm like, yo, this generation lacks communication. They like, won't some situations happen, they get online and this person feel embarrassed, that person feel embarrassed, and they don't really get the chance to really communicate with each other. And like, at least, in my personal instance, like, yo, this is what it is, this is what it's not. This is that person's personal beef, because you got the softest nigga in the set, creating a situation so the whole set could ride. You know what I'm saying? But it's, in all actuality, it's really a personal beef between a personal person, whatever the case may be, and then not to say an innocent person, but like, more or less like another member that's not necessarily, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't in that, yeah, exactly. He wasn't in that particular situation. He ended up being a person, who kind of get caught up. And you gotta think about it too, right? If as a person, I ain't violate them niggas or nothing like that. So I don't gotta be moving tact. I don't gotta be moving on point. I don't gotta, be super, you know what I'm saying? You might, kind of fall back a little bit.
You start lacking, nigga kill you.
Exactly, you feel me? And then you got the other people who really started the situation, who really, talk crazy boom thing. He hiding out. He, you know what I'm saying?
He good.
Exactly, bro. You feel me? Like, and
that's the way it always play out.
And that's why, I try to be that communication sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, for you on the back channels, online, this and third, even sometimes I may even have like an unpopular opinion, like, and then 2 months down the line, people like, and that's why I love the YouTube thing too, because you get the time seeing 2 months down, like, yo, damn, this nigga was right. And then little by little, that's how, more like younger people start to kind of respect what I say. And, slowly but surely, it take the real, a longer time to, you know what I'm saying? What they say,
you gotta iron out all the crinkles, the hate. You gotta get all the bullshit away from me. This, that. Then they'll see the light.
True indeed. So all right. So like you're speaking about SHA and all that. Was you familiar with drill rap, like when he first started like rapping and stuff like that, like, or did you kind of know about it at that time, or like was he like your first introduction to it? I know you sound like, you know what I mean, you in the game, you in the loop, so you know what I'm saying, like you sound like you know more than the average person. I know my pops, he be like, he back in the day, but he still think like, like Wu-Tang.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, all the way real with you. I didn't know shit about no drill rap. I mean, I knew Dirk, but Dirk ain't drill rap to me unless he drill rapping, unless he talking about Tuka, this one, that one. Now I understand now, but back then I didn't. He came home one day. He said, "Yo, Pops, you want to hear the song?" He said, "Yo, I got the song. I wrote the song." I'm like, "Oh yeah, all right," because he used to go to the studio with me. So I'm like, "All right." This dude says, "Yo, SMD. I said, whoa, man, what's wrong with you, my nigga? Like, yo, nah, Pop, everybody said that. Said, my nigga, if you don't get away from me with that, I said, man, yo, after that, I didn't want to hear no more of his bars no more. So the next song that I heard from him was Sanction. He already did Cash Out, all that stuff, I already had heard it. But the song that when he was actually shaking, I heard Sanction. He sent me that song. He said, "Your Pops, listen to this." I said, "Okay, you might be working with something." You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I heard Sanction. I'm like, little dude might be working with something. Like, all right. Next joint he sent me, Geek. So, oh shit. I said, the boy working with something. All right, we gonna see where he go. And after that, it was off to the moon. But to answer the question, I didn't know shit about drill. My introduction to drill was him. After I heard him, that's when I dug into certain stuff. And then I heard the Brotherly Love joint by K and them. You know what I'm saying? I knew them before the deal. Like I knew K before the deal. All of them, they you know what I mean? Well, certain ones.
See, you actually got to my next question kind of before me, because that's what I was leading right into. You know what I'm saying, with the boom about drill, and I was about to ask, how did they get how did he get introduced to K Flock and Dougie and stuff like that?
I'd be lying if I put a story to that. I have no clue. He was active. My son was just active.
Yeah, you know how to be out here. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I can't even. I'd be lying. Yeah, and the Bronx is different. It ain't like every other borough. It's way different. Yeah, so I couldn't even say it, but I can tell you that the niggas was some snotty nosed little niggas though. I tell you that. And I'm speaking for K and my son. You know what I'm saying? K and my son, they was some snotty nosed little niggas running around. And I
Yeah,
remember
'cause
telling Ayo,
they
calm
got a
down.
lot of young pictures in all. Like they got like a prom picture together and stuff like that. Like they got a lot of like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yo, free that young man. Free that boy and let him be great, man.
yeah,
Free
nah,
K.
that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
So all right, so you know what I'm saying, like you said, you're not really familiar with how they got acquainted, but the weird part about it is and I feel like maybe people know this, maybe people don't know. This was new information to me, but CHI being from RPT and then going to DOA, especially with the situation that transpired and stuff like that, was you able to kind of identify that that RPT was us being that you used to live there? And I'm pretty sure you as an older guy had friendships with people over there and stuff like that.
I get that. I get that question so many times in the wrong way, man. That's the first time a nigga ever asked me that question. Man, I appreciate you, man. Niggas normally be drilling me with that one right there. But it's weird because that's family. You know what I'm saying? He lived
Mm,
there his whole life too. His mama, me, you know what I'm saying, him. So at the end of the day, it was more of a you drop me in the middle of some shit, like wow, just drop me in the middle of some shit, like. But I was cool with that because RPT is my family. You know what I'm saying? Little D thing. You know what I'm saying? His mom's, that's my sister. You know what I'm saying? His mother's like my sister. I was just on live with her the other day. Um, Tutu, T Dot. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? T Dot, they been in my house, played video games with my sons and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that. His mom's beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? That's my sister. His pops, that's my homie. That's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the babies fighting each other, and some of them don't even know each other. But the ones that do, people like they take this internet too serious. They allow people to paint a narrative, and then they run with it. If the narrative sound believable, people are gonna run with the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's true or not, they don't care. They just want to run with something. And that's what a lot of people do. You might see them two dissing each other, or this one was this and that one. This one ain't nobody touched nobody. I mean, show me a video where they touched my son or my son touched my hood. You know what I'm saying? Or they touched each other. Yeah, they might have threw daggers at each other. Yeah, they did. It's all over the shit. But you show me where anybody hurt each other. That's why when people make speculations, I still have family in there. I got a bunch of family in River Park Towers. Like I said, biological family, and I got family that we 14, 15. We grew up in here together. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I didn't agree with none of that shit. Now the little outside people that connect with people, I don't know them guys. I'm talking for inside. When you go inside River Park Towers, across that bridge, shit change, and that's family in there. And that's why I never understood why people made their narrative this one, that one, this one, pointing fingers at people, putting people in things that they shouldn't be involved in. You know what I'm saying? Let the police do their job. Stop trying to do it for them. Stop internet policing for people. You know what I'm saying? Let the police do their job. That's their job to do. It's not
but
the internet's.
that's like what this generation is kind of filled with, right? One, they call them like web sleuths or whatever the case may be. It's like that's like these internet police guys who solve crimes, so basically the cops. They know what they're doing. They go online, they put together all the lyrics and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
make it known, to a larger audience what's actually being said, in our art form and stuff like that. But you made a very good point. You spoke about the like speculation leading to like real life beefs, and usually beefs start people that actually know each other, like like real, like these real, for lack of better terms, these real like wars or whatever the case may be. They begin with childhood friends, and they may have a little bit of animosity, and then one group kind of goes over here, this group goes over here, but for the most part it usually doesn't. Well, in nowadays it would be a couple fist fights, a little bit of jumping, maybe a cut, but we wasn't taking each other's lives and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And unfortunately, with the access to guns now, and the new ghost guns that you could basically make yourself and stuff like that. And
Let me stop you right fast. I want to stop you real quick. I'm gonna cut you off, bro.
nah, good, bro.
We can't take all the initial blame for that shit. I'm gonna keep it real with you. We gotta put that on government too, because we can't take the guns, the drugs, and all this stuff from the kids, but don't replace it with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to put them in jail and lock them up or kill them. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. If you are killing people and you go to jail, that's on you. You deserved it. You know what I'm saying? You don't play God. That's not your life. That's not your position. If you're defending yourself in the act of defending yourself and you have to kill someone, that's called self-defense. I agree with you. You have to defend yourself. But just to go ahead and just take somebody's life for no reason, that's something different. Whether it's mine, whether it's your son, my son, whoever's son, if they commit that crime and they have to do the time, they have to do it. So we got to stop with this always putting it on our babies too. Yeah, we're held accountable as parents. We're supposed to be held accountable, and our kids should be held accountable for their actions. But that government putting these guns out there, the PPP loans, all that was funding the wars for these kids. Now you want to talk about how bad they are.
Woo! You
You know what I'm
getting
saying?
deep there, OG. You getting real deep right there. That's a
It's the
fact.
truth. You can't fund their wars, you know what I'm saying, but don't want to fund their education, don't want to fund and better they furthest. You know why? Because that's our next president. That kid right there could have changed and did a 360 and been the next president, the next mayor. You know what I'm saying? Lil Rah could have been the next president, the next mayor. The Lil Naughty kid, next president, next mayor. But guess what? They're gonna stop that shit short. The ones that's living, they're gonna send them to jail. They recycling us. People don't see it. The old people in jail, they letting them out because why? They got one fucking half a kidney. They got a half of eyesight. They ain't causing no more trouble to the world. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna let them out and recycle them with one of them young boys like that man up there. Why? Because he got fresh legs, he got fresh eyes, he got fresh arms. You know what I'm saying? The chain gang still got to be controlled. It's the biggest industry in the world is jail. The biggest money maker in the world is pharmaceutical and jail. Why you think everybody invests in jail and pharmaceutical? You know what I'm saying? The biggest epidemic we going through is what? Fentanyl. Where's that made? In a lab. Where's these lab products coming from? The government.
True indeed.
So we got to stop blaming the kids all the way and start standing up. That means you got to vote for your town mayor, your town council. You got to vote for your mayors. You got to tell these young boys it's okay to be a president. It's all right to be a cop. It's all right to be a chief of police because those are the people that change the laws and change the game.
True indeed.
You tell them, nah, you can't be that. So you don't want the game to change. You want to continue to go through this. They're not going to stop killing each other until you show them stop killing each other really means. So they don't know what it means to be human, including my son.
But he didn't get that chance to grow to that age. So you know what I'm trying to say? He's still young. Like I didn't learn like till I was 25, 26, 27. Right? Had I not made it to even the age of 25, that would be, well, that was, you know, I mean, literally me. And you had said earlier, I got arrested one time. I got arrested over 100 times, my brother. I
Oh,
stopped doing crime when I was like 27, 28 or whatever the case may be. Like, you know, I got cut, you know, stabbed, sending me from my heart, whatever. And, you know, at that point, you know, like, I was like, you know, like, I don't hate the shit. I love the streets. Like, not in that sense. Like, I love it because
it is. We are.
Have a negative concept. Like I agree with everything that you're saying. Like people place the blame on the wrong people and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, you know, people love to just say like it's just us, but it's actually, you know, it's a bigger thing. It's the government. It's these other aspects that people don't like to speak to because they actually, you know, they're kind of like quote unquote scared of the government, but they don't care about, you know, throwing all the dirt on us, making everything look like we're creating all these problems out of nowhere and stuff like that.
Called crime of convenience, man. If it's happening in a white neighborhood, white people gonna rob and kill white people. If it happen in a Chinese neighborhood, Chinese people gonna kill and rob Chinese people. It's called crime of convenience. Who are you gonna commit the crimes to? The people around you. You're not gonna go 20, 30,000 blocks away from home to commit a crime and get caught. Nigga gonna go right around the corner and try to catch Paul coming out the building and book him. Mm-hmm. That's what's gonna happen. So you have to show these kids something else, and that's where we lacking at. We lacking at that. They don't want to hear us for one. So, you know, you got people out there on the front line. You got a few people out there, a couple of brothers out there on the front line, and they out there.
Do you plan on being like one of those people, like, because like behind the scenes, I know you speak about like the 501c3 and stuff like that. Do you plan on like starting like some type of like nonprofit to like kind of be one of those advocates, or do you feel like since you're like in Atlanta, you know, you're out of town, you know what I'm trying to say, it's kind of harder for you to?
It's both. It's both. I want to get through my son shit first. Once I get through all the stuff with my son first, yeah, I want to do that. I want to, because I mean, even if you start where you at, you can start where you at. You know what I'm saying? Just because something happened in your city don't mean you can't make your city pop and do something else. You know what I'm saying? People will help you from where I'm at now. They'll help
True
me down here
indeed.
to do it in the
Indeed.
city. You know what I'm saying? Because they know the city ain't shit. I'm watching the city
Indeed.
go down. I'm watching, man, every day. I just seen dude chase a dude down the block in a car, smack him in a car, and I'm like, this is New York. I watched the dude drive a coffin across Burnside. I'm like,
That was on 91st and 2nd Avenue. That was right there.
bro, we wouldn't have dared went downtown to try nothing like that.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Think about it. When we grew up, we went downtown to hang out with the girls and hang out with the bros and stuff on 42nd or go down to 34th Street to the Manhattan Mall and eat and shit, trying to find the chicks. We didn't go down there to crash cars and rob people. Every nigga we knew that went downtown and robbed somebody got caught. Think about it.
Indeed. True indeed.
Every friend I had that went downtown to catch a robbery case, he caught a case. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't normal. Look, this is what we going through. They legalizing guns.
But like after COVID, I think a lot of people lost a lot of respect for authority. You know, like especially wearing the mask and stuff. It gives you that like kind of that concealed face notion, so you feel like you may not be able to identify it as one. But two, I think like a lot of people just lost respect because they was like this whole system is bullshit. You know, part of my language, I don't like cursing at like old people stuff like that. But
Nah,
like
I ain't that old.
like my mom's, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
but you still gotta have that.
Something. I respect that. COVID was the birth of a lot of things. COVID was the birth and it was the start and the end of a lot of things. It was the end of the world as we knew it back then. It would never be the same again. It birthed drill. You know what I'm saying? COVID really, you know what I'm saying, Pop Smoke, all of them was, Pop, if he was here, he'd have been a great. I'm not gonna take that from him. But the Bronx did something that wasn't done in decades, which was start of hip hop. The last thing that the Bronx actually had, you know what I'm saying? Your Fat Joe, all of them, yeah, they come from the Bronx. There's a lot of rappers come from there, but to actually start a trend is when they started hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So now they started a whole different Be Love with the sample. You know what I'm saying? That Geek song with my son, that shit took rap to a drill to another level. You know what I'm saying? K came out. People don't want to give it to him, but K made everybody rich. When K come home, the drill, yeah. Whether you want to diss K or whether you mess with K, however you put it, that's how you got your bag. Half of the rappers that's signing right now, that's not on Southside side or DOA side, it's signed because y'all got a diss track against K. Your hardest track is dissing DOA. So you have to give that boy his flowers. You have to tell him that boy's the great. Yeah, certain people was out before him. Lil D thing had drill jumping. He threw that caution out. Things went crazy. Lil D thing. You know what I'm saying? But when K did what he did, it took that.
He took it to that next level. He brought it to like the mainstream and stuff like that.
He put it in the people's face. Like, look, we could do this too. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when the Bronx started something that was crazy. That's why you see, in respect to my Brooklyn dudes, man, I fuck with Brooklyn. But you see when Brooklyn started that bull, now we got to get in that loop. We got to figure out how to tug on that arm. We got to get, me 5-year-old smart young man. You know what I'm saying? They know how to do all that. They had to figure out how can we tap into that Bronx drill because
you got to get them features. You got to get them features from them Bronx cats.
Right, we need it. Drill. We need it right now. That Bronx drill. So I say to say, all of them played a part, man. My son K, Seti, Dougie, Be Love, you know what I'm saying? Nas EBK, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of them, man. C Blue. The list goes on, you know what I mean? It's a lot of them. Munna, it's a bunch of them that rap.
True indeed. Freeze Munna.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's why when I first started the interview, I made sure I inserted the legendary because even though a lot of other people are not going to give the flowers and stuff, like for us, for our coach, we from the Bronx. This is what I'm saying. We don't need motherfucking CNN double XL. We gonna give ourselves our flowers, man. You know what I'm saying? CHII's a legend. He definitely, original. And these pieces like this is going to document it. And like he's like evergreen content, right? Stuff that over time. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember, a lot of people don't understand that Bronx drill is still in its infancy. It's big and it blew up, but it's still getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Remember when hip hop first started in the 1970s? Yeah, it was big, but then it keeps getting bigger, and now it's super huge and stuff like that. Sometimes we can't fathom how big things could be. But in the future and stuff like that, people gonna look back and say, nah, this young man, he dedicated his life and he changed something. You know what I'm saying? He changed the game. He introduced a new sound. Not just him, but his whole collective. And I don't like to look at DOA as a gang. I look at them as a rap collective.
No, let me. I'm gonna fix that for people right now. DOA is not a gang. DOA, dump it on anything. That's not a gang. That's a label, actually. That's a
A record label.
LLC with that. Yeah, it's people take it as a gang because they want to see what they see. Like I said, the internet, they take it for what they think. You know what I'm saying?
And
Because
that's
people
what I
say
mean to
DOA.
the
Yeah,
clarity.
yeah. Nah, DOA is actually a LLC. That's actually a label.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So
Mm-hmm.
DOA as the record label, the rap collective, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they're legendary. Their place is solidified in Bronx drill forever. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
Like regardless of not, but at the same notion, you know, a lot of these you know, these bigger bloggers and stuff like that, they come to your page and they take your content. They ain't gonna give you credit for it, but they
No,
take the
no.
information, boom, boom, and then they release it into a bigger platform. That's why it's important for people like us, you know, to, you know, get these things out there so people have the clarity, people understand, because you know these white dudes in the suburbs that, you know, they have access to these large audiences, but they don't have access to the information. And you know, unfortunately, you know, a lot of the most poppin' drill rappers don't really give a lot of interviews, and you know, and rightfully so, you know, to some degree. You know, a lot of these interviewers
Mm-hmm.
is always trying to, you know, kind of paint them in a bad light or say these little tricky funny questions that
Mm-hmm.
make them feel away like, nah, you know what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah.
And then for smaller platforms like me, it's like, you know, the clout's not up there for the label to even sign off on. Yo, I'm not gonna pay for your security to go do this, and you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
$20,000 for you to get freaking 1,000 views or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It don't really, you know, add
Nah,
up.
it don't add up. That's a fact.
You know, exactly. So, you know, like I said, you know, it's up to us to do this type of stuff. But to kind of backtrack a little bit, right? And if you can, you know, and I hope this isn't like a you know, like a triggering question or nothing like that. Do you mind going back to like the night that you got like that phone call?
Mm. Sitting in the house watching Sports Center right here in the same spot watching Sports Center,
Mm.
and his girlfriend called me and told me that he had got shot. She told me he was at the hospital. Then about an hour later, I get the call from the hospital said he was dead. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when we start getting everything together to go up there. But yeah, weird day, real weird.
Wow, you know, I'm
Yeah,
sorry for your loss and all that. You know,
yeah,
um, just one more question, and I'm gonna just jump off that subject.
yeah. Now you go.
Do you feel like the two questions, matter of fact, one, did the police ever like figure out like anything, like did it
Nah,
happen? All right. And do you feel like the police is actually like working to solve it, or is it like one of those like hip hop Tupac, you know what I'm saying, you know how like Tupac beat, they don't really want to
keep it 100 with you. I don't deal with that part of it. I let them deal with it over there. Yeah, I don't even deal with it.
respect.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So you know, like I said, you know,
Mm-hmm.
sorry about that, you know,
Nah, it's all good. You ain't
and
do it.
but I know, going forward, you know, after that moment, I see that you got like more into hip hop, and I see like you're promoting your nephew now or something like that, correct?
Yeah, it's actually my little cousin. I call him my nephew, little Jay. You know.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
and what's his rap name?
J Daddy.
J.
I got two artists, three artists actually. I got J Daddy. I
Mm-hmm.
got Lil D, Praise D. Got a little young female singer now. You know what I'm saying? I call her Layla. She nice, man. She different. You know what I'm saying? A little young girl. But I figure you doing something positive with them, keep them out the streets. Like when I hit the live button for them, and you see me get off the live, and they be talking to something, I'm on the phone. I just be sitting over there. I just give them something to do. If you got 50 kids in your chat right there, I know those 50 kids ain't killing nobody right
True
there,
indeed.
and they not violating each other. They in there having fun. They talking they shit. You know what I'm saying? So I figure, all right, well, damn, if they gonna be if they're gonna allow you to be some type of clout, then use it for the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Let them have fun. That's you know what I'm saying? Let them have fun. Go ahead, do your thing. I know them 50 people ain't killing nobody. I know them 50 kids right there every day that they come in this chat with me. I know they stay good. Wherever they at, they good.
Man, like and I agree, you know, like I said, you know, Bronx Drill has like this, like it the media put like such a negative like light on it, and it's not even as, you know, it ain't as
Yeah.
bad as they make it seem. You get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you know, negative things has happened, but for the most part, like like the overall of it all, Bronx drill is actually like positive. And I know the music, and it sounds like, because I want to clarify before people like jump in the comments and yo, what are you talking about? Like for the most part, Bronx drill is positive because okay, regardless of like the lives that has been lost and stuff like that. There are like you said, 56 people that jump in the chat, 10,000 people. That's not, there's a lot of people that listen to Bronx drill that don't actually, you know what I mean, like participate in those things. And a lot of people, and let's be real, fuck all the bullshit. Let's talk facts, bro. These Bronx drill rappers ain't even doing half the shit they talking about. So that's why I'm tired of like attorneys.
It's not the drill rap.
Exactly, bro.
Listen, man. The demonic of it, because people go jump in comments and say, "Oh, Pop's a hypocrite. He said it's devil music." I did, and when I say that, I mean it's demonic. You know what I mean? When you saying you pissing on somebody's grave, or when you saying you digging somebody up and you smoking the dead, that's demonic. Who smokes the dead? Who do stuff like that? Voodoo priests, shit like that. That's weirdo shit. Zombie
but
priests.
That's specific lyrics, though. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
Not the overall
what I'm saying
genre.
is that when I said that, that's what I meant. Not the overall genre of it. I'm talking about that specific thing of it. Because you got TJ, you got B Love on his commercial stuff. You got even Dougie got stuff where he didn't this the dead. There's a lot of people that can rap. My artist, he got a drill rapper. He don't have none this and the dead. So my thing is that part of it is a problem, but that also helped these young boys feed their family. Got their mamas in them out the projects. Also got their mamas in something. Got a nice little venture deals where they got opportunities to build different opportunities to make more money in different lanes for them. Real estate, this, that. The weed became legal, so these labels is putting these young boys as the face of different strains and like damn $1 trillion industries now. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't given like that back in the days. Now they make a 2-minute song and they rich. You know what I'm saying? We had to make a 4-minute song. They make a 2-minute song, 1 minute and 30 seconds, and half of it is going glock glock boom. And they rich. Real talk. That shit is crazy.
And not to cut your wisdom and all that, OG, but you're 100% right, because like I said, I was having this conversation like a week, 2 weeks ago in a barbershop. You know what I mean? You familiar with this area, 180. If you know that barbershop right over there by the little deli. So we having a conversation. I'm telling them like, yo, bro, what y'all don't understand is that all these drill rappers and stuff, like that's actually their hustle. Like you don't really find these kids like selling crack, selling coke, selling weed or whatever the case may be. Like they're actually buying the Mary $2,000 jeans, these $1,000 hoodies and stuff like that from YouTube, from Instagram badges, from super chats, from Twitch. You got Kai send that. You get what I'm trying to say? So like my personal generation, right? I'm 90s baby, started like out in the streets like early 2012, 2009. We was like scammers or whatever the case may be, right? So we was putting ourselves out there, whatever. But at least like this generation, like they're more in a and even though people are gonna say, maybe whatever, but they're in a more positive lane. They have legitimate business. DOA, even though you have these newspapers and stuff like that trying to name it something else, but it's a record label. That's a legitimate business. That's paying legitimate tax. These are taxpayers. You get what I'm trying to say? Like these are not just drill rap. These are taxpayers, and people don't want to acknowledge that. You get what I'm trying to say? Like they pay their taxes like the average person who works at freaking McDonald's or something. So they should be treated with like the same respect, at least from law enforcement, right? And judges and this and the third. Even to some degree, and Eric Adams, he in such a high position or whatever the case may be. But for the most part, let me ask you that: how you feel about Eric Adams and his take on like Bronx or whatever? Like,
I got beat up and drilled behind speaking about this man, but I haven't heard nothing lately about what he said, but I heard that he was working with the drill rappers to try to, fix something as some type of agreement. Do I agree with the banning the guns and all that? And hell yeah. See, my thing is incriminating yourself anyway. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the party want to get rid of, cool, but to get rid of drill in the whole, nah. Them kids feed their family with it. So I wouldn't say get rid of it in the whole. You got some kids that's doing the drill music and they not on that type of bullshit.
Exactly. You got like entertainers. We got to keep in mind hip hop is entertainment, and I think only in rap do they try to make like everything we say so literal. In rock and roll, you could say, yo, I want to do
rock
whatever.
And roll, you can say anything you want to say and get away with it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Only in hip hop they try to hold us so accountable and try to literally, create these RICOs and stuff like that, just based on our words. And it goes back to, like just the oppression and the government trying to, always keep black people down and trying to make sure that we always look like criminals and that we're like the quote unquote the face of criminality so they could get away with their criminal activity, right? Because we
That's a
all
fact.
know, those people, those are real freaking criminals or whatever the case
The
may be.
biggest crooks in the game.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hold you all day and
Nah,
like
we good, we good, we good. We chatting. I mean, yo, salute to your platform, man. Salute to your subscribers, everybody that's gonna come through, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm vibing with y'all. I fuck with it.
nah, I appreciate it too, but even still, I got some stuff to do.
Nah, nigga, I got
Nah, I
something to
mean,
do. I
we
get
can
it,
jump
yeah.
back on like a little
Nah,
bit later
nah,
and stuff
nah,
like
nah,
that. You feel me?
nah, dude, yeah. As long as you
And
run through
at
what
the
you
end of the day,
want to
bro, we're
run
gonna be
through.
tapping in anyway. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
boom, if you want to pull me up to your platform anytime, whatever, you know what I mean? Hop on. Like we gonna build, bro. This ain't just gonna be no one time.
nah. As long as you got through what you want to get through, yeah, and we good. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to come and give you your exclusive, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Appreciate it.
I fuck with your show. I like what you're doing over there. You know what I'm saying? You're on a positive vibe, man, and that's the way to go with it. If it ain't positive, I'm kicking it out my life. I had too much negative already.
True indeed, and thank you.
So,
I
yeah,
appreciate it, man. I tip my hat, and like that's what I really, 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 really try to do it for, just like our people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even like, I know views and all that is cool, but as long as my message get through to 40, 50, 100, like if it just as long if it get through just a sad side, you get what I'm trying to say? Because like I said,
yeah,
I know communication is like that's the problem in our
number one.
community. We can never just talk to each other and just kind of like let our feelings be known. Like that sounds a little pause, but
Nah,
like
it's the truth
you know
though. Yeah.
what I'm
Keep it
saying?
100 with each other. Communication is everything, man. It's
Exactly.
everything.
And then when you don't communicate, people just start forming their own opinions. They start doing it, and everything get misconstrued. Then it gets to a point of no return. And
Hmm.
but I could save that other story for another time, whatever the case.
Yeah, I got you.
Because
You
I
know
be
that.
having all these stories and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be about to talk about my life and stuff like that. I'm bringing up stuff I'm not supposed to be bringing up. I'm trying to squash
Yeah.
worldwide beef for 288. Niggas don't even know that's a beef right now. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But anyway,
Yeah.
so any like kind of like last things you want to leave the fans. I like keeping it also like underneath the hour, so YouTube. I'm
Yeah,
starting to understand the
yeah.
algorithm
That's how
too.
you
You
got to
feel
do it.
me?
Yeah, you got to
I
keep it.
mean, gotta mess with the
I'm
algorithm. Gotta let them.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. All I want to say is, man, you keep doing your thing, man. We gonna get to the youth. We gonna get to the people that need to hear it. The ones that want to hear it, they gonna grab it. You know what I'm saying? So you keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Anything I can do on my end, I got your back on it.
But you got like a YouTube channel and stuff like that as well, right?
See how Watts pops. That's right.
See how I
See
so
how Watts pops.
everybody, you know what I'm saying? Go subscribe to that.
Hmm.
What's your Instagram? See how Wild Pops.
Keep it, yeah.
We'll put
See
it in
how
the description.
underscore Watts underscore pops. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
all right. So
dropping it.
we gonna drop the links in the description. We gonna put your Instagram, your YouTube and everything, so that people could like reach out to you and stuff like that. And also look out for like your three artists. What was the names? Like you said
It's
Layla.
Layla, Praise D, and J Dottie.
All right, Layla, Prazy, and J Dottie. Look out for
Mm.
those artists. And yeah, we gonna tap in. It's gonna be on Spotify tomorrow. It's gonna be on YouTube right now, Spotify tomorrow. Probably also be on your platform and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's the most wise Fleer Belly's Black Renaissance podcast. The exclusive interview with Shaw Watts Pops. R.I.P. to the legendary Shaw Watts, one of the original Bronx drill rappers. He is forever etched in history, and we want to make that be known today, that without him, you probably would not like this art form as much as you do, because a lot of artists was inspired by how he created music and basically use that template to continue the art form and stuff like that. So I appreciate you giving me some time and stuff like
yeah, you
that.
know it, bro.
And we out for everybody watch, like, comment and subscribe, and let me know how you feel about this conversation. So appreciate it.
All right,
See
Brody.
you on the next one. Let me see something.